studio. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. And you're joining me live in the Comedy Studios, where I find myself alone. I was? No one heard me. Never heard my laugh, my scream.
No.
All right, you know what? Fuck that. It's my show. I'm alone in the studio. I'll do it again. All right, we're gonna kick it off in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome, one and all, back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I am your host, DJ Marcus, and you're joining me live in the Comedy Studios. I am alone. As you can see, if you're watching us live on the internet, see the empty chair over there? It's normally occupied by my boy, Joey LaFaro, but he is not here today. He is at home. He is at home nursing a hangover. But you know what we've done? Through the miracle of the internet, I have allowed myself to let Joey LaFaro join us back in the studio via Skype call, whatever the hell you want to call it. Joey, say hello to the people.
I'm trapped in a box. I'm encased in an electronic box of my own emotions and/or virus. Not sure which.
Well,
some
Joey,
combination thereof.
Well, Joey, it's you and me this week.
It is.
Normally,
I thought I was going to be squeezing. There's not a lot of room for me to stretch out in here. Like I can just take up the whole screen.
There you go.
Look at the deck. I can almost reach my arms across the length of the screen.
Wow, your arms are just long enough to reach both sides of a monitor. I'm proud of you. Short arm.
Yeah, you know.
T-Rex man.
All 24 inches of that monitor.
Joey LaFaro with the T-Rex arms. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Joey. It's been a long week in comedy.
You're telling me.
It's been one of those weird weeks. If you're listening to this, what episode is this, Joey? I've lost track.
Episode 6, season 3.
Season 3, episode 6. If you're listening to, listen to us on SoundCloud. This is season 2, episode 15. But you know, it's hit or miss, Joey. I never understood the season calendar.
You started that shit. What do you mean?
Okay, we took a 2-year hiatus and we started season 2. We took a 1-month hiatus and now all of a sudden we start season 3. That's not how seasons work.
Because it's January.
No, that's sweeps, baby. We in sweeps time, baby. The new season ain't started yet, baby.
We clearly need to have a finalized revision.
Okay.
During a non-production hour about how we're doing the episode numbers, especially because it seems like we've been having 2 episodes per week now because our sponsor Lula.tv has struggled with maintaining connection and getting back to us in a timely manner. That's right. I'm putting you on blast, Lula.tv.
Yeah.
We signed up, we did the whole thing, and you're not carrying your weight. I put it out there. I'd like to see return email with a file. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. I would appreciate that too, because if one thing comedy needs, it's proper communication between the comedy host servers and the rest of the world, because comedy is nothing but a people's organization. We're a people's organization, Joey. We do our best to give the people what they want. They want comedy, so we give it to them every week. But Joey, this week has been a trying week. Last week's episode was me, you, and Candace. It did not post on time. It looks like it'll be a Episode A.
Well, we had a .comedy family emergency.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to everybody. Mm-hmm. I may or may not have COVID. We're not sure.
We're not sure yet. That's A, why I'm in the studio alone. The B reason why I'm in the studio alone, because I told Joey don't come to my house. This is where I live, and I don't want him coughing on anything that I own and possibly giving me COVID. Because when you give me,
you survived last week.
I agree. I did survive last week by the skin of my ball sack. That's how close it was, Joey.
I think you survived by the strength of my elite immune system.
Okay, all right. So all that high protein you're doing, those lean protein meats.
All right, for the listening audience, here's the way shit went down.
Okay.
As we discussed on last week's episode, I went to the doctor and then was misdiagnosed with obesity. And then I went to a second doctor, okay, because that doctor prescribed me a immunosuppressant while also not knowing if I had an infection. So I figured, better go see someone else who isn't giving me contradictory tests and prescriptions. Mm-hmm. So the second person gave me antibiotics. This 2 days later, I said, hey, I'm on antibiotics for 2 days. I can go back to the gym. But first, let me go get tested as a courtesy to my fellow gym goers. And that's when I got a positive rapid test. Mm-hmm. So I thought at that point I had COVID, but I had no other symptoms. I had only had the light swelling of the throat, no other symptoms. Came around to Saturday, and I got my PCR test back, which said that it was negative.
Okay. And
the PCR test, if you don't know, is usually considered the more reliable of the two. Okay. So since I had an unusual, usually if one's going to test negative and the other's positive, it's usually the other way around. Usually the PCR will be negative, but usually if the rapid's positive, both are positive. So it was pretty weird that I had the one positive on the rapid. So I went back and got retested, and the rapid retest came back negative. I'm currently waiting my second set of PCR results. So we don't know what fuck happened.
No, we don't.
We're pretty sure this is all my mom's fault, but we both had a false positive that day. We can't be sure because she elected not to get a PCR test because the people in my life, in my immediate circle, don't seem to want to get anything other than a rapid test. Marcus.
Hey, hold on, wait a second. Wait, hold on before you go blaming people. All right, now there's a reason why DJ Marcus did not get a PCR and a rapid test. All right, they told me to check one box, so I checked one box and I left because I didn't want them swabbing my nose too many times.
Checked all 3 boxes.
I said check.
And they told me not to do the blood test. They said you don't need that.
Okay.
But in retrospect, I wish I had, because right now I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
One of 2 things is true. Either I had a false positive or my immune system is that of an Incredible Hulk and smashed the virus into pieces. I don't know what happened. All I know is I have never had a fever this whole week, and I've been quarantined. And I would like to get out, but I can't be sure yet.
You've been quarantined. I was going to brave the elements of the podcasting world and let you come into the podcasting studio today. But you reminded me that your PTSD wasn't back. So that's what it is? The
PCR.
PCR. Okay. The VCR was not back. So we could not watch the video because the VCR.
I don't know if I still have a VHS or not.
Yes. So. Yes. You got a VHS or an STD. I hope you got a VHS.
It may have been a Betamax. We're still trying to figure that out.
Trying to figure that one out. Oh man, but Joey, get well soon. I hope you get better. That way you can go back out in these streets and start doing bald-headed hoe shit again. Because that's why I was madder at you than anything else. I was like, okay, yeah, the motherfucker. Of course, the motherfucker got COVID. He's hanging out in hookah bars, smoking with white folks and getting Indian people to bring him shit. He got COVID. It's that simple.
What?
Muhammad, he was Indian, wasn't he?
No.
Oh,
what?
I thought he was Indian.
What are you talking about?
The Indian dude that kept getting you the hookah at the lounge.
First of all, it was an Ethiopian joint.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Ethiopian, Indian, same difference. Ethiopian. I know what they are.
What?
I know what Ethiopians are. I done met them before. The Ethiopians. Those are the ones from West India. I'm just fucking, which I know what Ethiopian is. Don't look at me like that, Joey.
Okay, Christopher Columbus.
Oh, man. But, Joey, get better, man. We need you back in the studio. I can't do this shit alone. If you all notice, I'm sitting here on this side of the .comedy studio, and it looks kind of stupid when you sit at a table alone and try to do a podcast, especially when the camera's in front of you. Like, if the camera was right in front of me, like facing me, it would seem like it makes more sense. But it's not.
But they can see me.
Mm-hmm. They don't need to see you.
Like, I'm looking right at them.
Because
they're staring into my dreamy blue eyes and feeling safe in their homes because I'm at home and not infecting them.
There you go. Don't infect people, Joey. Don't be out there infecting folk. Oh man, but Joey, this week since I got that bad news from you that I may or may not have contracted COVID. Back on the original subject of things, I panicked and I forgot to post last week's episode of the .comedy podcast.
Because I kept you safe.
I didn't have it because
my immune system.
My immune system is A1.
Strong.
My immune system's A1. I won't get COVID. I work in a grocery store. If I was gonna get COVID, I would have got COVID 4. I'd have got COVID 04. Shit, they already gave it to me.
I was raised in PG County schools. Like, my immune system is undominable.
I ate dirt as a kid. If you ate dirt as a kid, you got all the nutrients you need to survive COVID. You got them to survive like any major like illness that comes up. Smallpox. You ever wonder why smallpox was eradicated, Joey? Kids ate dirt. Kids get out there in the streets and they ate dirt. What are you looking at, Joey? Joey, you can't. If you're the only person on the show with me, you can't just stop and look at your fucking phone. That's not how this works. This is not how a podcast is supposed to go, Joseph. Jesus Christ, man.
Trying to make you aware of something discreetly.
Okay. Of course.
I understand that that's problematic for the viewing audience.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I mean, as long as life keeps going on, the .comedy team will keep rolling on. You know how it is, Joey. So once everything shuts down, we're gonna get it down. Because if you get down, you lay down, and when you lay down, you stay down. That's the .comedy motto. Get down or lay down, because when you're gonna lay down, you're gonna stay down. God damn it, that's how we do things. You ain't never heard it, you ain't never been about it. You got to be about it to get with it. That's how I look at things, Joey. I got to do things that way in order to do things the right way. The new way is the right way. The up way is the down way. You've been home, Joey. Did you get a chance to watch Coming to America Part 2?
I have a mutual exclusive agreement not to watch that until my quarantine is ended.
Okay. Who's that with? Is that with your lady?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That was the one. So we did watch the finale of WandaVision. That one we watched, and then we did a virtual call to talk about it. So
okay.
that was our experience with virtual dating after the fact.
Yeah. Because the thing was, I bring that up because you've seen Coming to America 1, right?
Correct.
Your lady? I'm gonna say this on the podcast. I'm not gonna say her name. But I'm going to say that she is African. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, did she find the accents and the portrayal of Africans in the movie to be slightly offensive in any way, shape, or form?
The first one?
The first one.
I don't know, because I didn't watch it with her. I've seen it, but I haven't talked to her about the first one.
Has she seen it?
I don't know. I assume she has, because she was excited for the sequel.
Okay.
It was on our list of things that we needed to watch.
Okay. Ask her when you see her again, and y'all sit down and watch it. Because I know a few Africans, and I know they'd be offended by watching that movie. The Africans I know are very offended driven. They find their way in life by being offended. So
I mean, we had the discussion about how my ex felt about the Wakanda situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I talked about your ex. That's not a good conversation, Joseph.
No. I'm saying when Black Panther came out, my ex was African, and she was watching it and going, "Why are all their accents different?"
Because some are from Nigeria, some are from South Africa, and some just
she singled out that M'Baku is Nigerian. I haven't asked my current girlfriend if that is an accurate assessment or if that's just some
he is Nigerian.
Some East African bullshit.
He is Nigerian.
Well, she said his accent was specifically.
No, he is Nigerian.
Oh, well, that's fine.
M'Baku. He's a very Nigerian person.
Okay.
We both know Nigerians. Both of us very intimately know Nigerians. I don't know why.
I just let people tell me things. I don't make assessments.
You don't make assumptions about countries that you've never been to.
I mean, I try to avoid making assumptions about black people because they're not a monolith. So
you damn right we not. All right.
It's a safer place for me to just
listen,
not try to make that guess.
Yeah,
not gonna end well. What's the best case scenario? I get it right, and then people are like, "That was weird."
How'd you guess that?
Yeah,
but yeah, man.
But what brownie points am I really gonna score by making that guess correct versus the risk of like getting it wrong?
Very, very true. I can understand.
Looking like this.
I can understand white plight on that end. That's where that comes in at.
I look a little bit too much like that shaman from the Capitol to be going and making that guess.
Yes, you do. But Joey, I did get a chance to watch Coming to America Part 2. I know a few of our comedic friends have voiced their disappointment in the movie. Said it shouldn't have been remade. Said it wasn't as good as it should have been. To all of them, I say go fuck yourself because at the end of the day, it was a great movie. It was done as funny as a movie in 2021 can be done and still be funny. That's all I'll say about it because I don't want to spoil it for you. We'll have a full wrap up of the movie on the next episode of That Comedy Podcast. That sound like a plan, Joey?
Sorry, I'm trying to find a way to monitor our feed remotely.
Okay.
just so that it doesn't end abruptly and we're not aware of it.
I got you.
Just broadcasting to ourselves.
Well, we'd still be recording, so that's fine. So if the video feed ends, we just stop the video feed. I can understand. You keep freezing, and it fucks with because you'll freeze right when you do something to adjust yourself, and then your eyes just do that fluttery thing. Where it's like, is he trying to stare at me? I don't understand. This was a blue-eyed bastard staring at me like that for. You want some, Joe? You want this dick? Is that what it is? You keep looking at me like you want this dick. I'm just trying to figure it out, Joey. Stop looking at me like that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You don't want this.
I'm looking at America like that, first of all.
But I got a screen in front of me that makes you look right at me, brother. I don't want you looking at me like that.
I know. It's scary. I know how powerful my eyes are when you're up and close with them. And for some reason, in the particular lighting I have set up in here,
they flex a little better.
It's extra. It's a little extra. It's too much, honestly. I don't know how to get. It's like literally, I've had my girlfriend come over. Like, why are you looking at me like that? And I'm like, I'm not giving you a look. This is just like the way my face is right now. And I think it's the lighting. I think it's because she reacted the same way you did. Like she's like, why are you looking at me like that? Like I wanted something sexual. Apparently that's just the vibe my eyes give off in these lights. Like it's I think it's really what you guys are projecting me to feel. Like I feel like that's really because that's your deep. Like it's okay. It's okay.
Both of us are projecting sexuality on the way you're looking at us.
Yes, yes.
I have at no point in time in the heterosexual life that I've lived ever once told a man he wants this dick, you looked at me like you want this dick. That's you. That's all you. That's that gay ass goatee. That's that gay beard you got.
First of all, I'm not looking into your eyes.
Yeah, y'all.
All right, that got weird really quick.
This is audio.
You made it weird.
This is audio podcast. It's audio podcast. I can't do that type of shit. Oh man, but Joey, the week got away from me. So this week, as I stated before, will be a 2-for-1 week. You will get 2 episodes of the Dot Comedy Podcast for the fun price of 1. Free. 2 buy 2 get 2 free. That's what you get this week on the Dot Comedy Podcast. When you listen to 2 episodes of the podcast, you get those 2 episodes for free. That's how the podcast works. We're working on making sure that changes in 2022 because we need to monetize the Dot Comedy Podcast so that we're not.
I feel like if they're at this point in the episode, they've already listened to the extra one they got.
Yeah. So that one was free. So this was gonna be free too. How about that? Yeah, cash me outside. Wait, no, it's no cash outside. Oh, damn it! All right, so yeah,
I think we just incepted the video audience. Usually it's the other way around. Usually we have to plant visions in the audio audience's head that aren't in the video feed. This time around, we did it backwards.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, Joey. This week's been pretty good though, man. I got some rest. I got to spend time with my daughter. That was a crazy mess. I don't talk about my family on the podcast because they shadow listen to the podcast, Joey. I think I went over this with you before, but I don't think I dove any deeper into it. We have shadow listeners.
Shadow listeners?
Shadow listeners. They do this fun thing where they friend request you, not me. And then they listen to what I have to say on the podcast so they can use it against me at later dates and time. So like they'll be like, oh yeah, I heard you on the podcast with your friend Joey. And I'm like, wait, we're not friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, or anything else. So how the hell did you hear the podcast? And then I remember, oh yeah, they're friends with Joey. So how did that's how they find out that
Listen, shadow listeners, I'm talking directly to you. Look into my eyes. Understand that Marcus isn't who he appears to be on the podcast. We're merely players on the world stage. You should not judge him for that. Feel his pain, hear his heart, and know his worth.
All right.
Sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That felt even weirder because, again, you're staring right at me when you do that shit. That just gets weird and weirder. You're like, listen, look into these eyes, listeners, and I'm just sitting like this. Looking? I'm looking.
Let me know how that plays out for you.
Okay. When they come back to me with some more random nonsense about the podcast, then I will.
I'm about to get DMs, aren't I? That's what's going to happen.
And it's going to happen to you. It's going to happen again to you. But again, I got to spend time with my daughter. I'm getting ready for a fun time in grocery retail. It's called inventory time. You've dealt with inventories in retail before, haven't you, Joey?
Yeah, it usually involves overnights and some third-party contractor coming in with handguns and there being Post-its everywhere.
That is exactly what I have to deal with next Monday is an inventory. It's prep week. It's pre-inventory prep week. So this week's going to be the week when I have to do the most work. Next week. So next Monday, the Dot Comedy Podcast, I'm giving pre-warning. It may be preempted because my inventory is Monday morning and I get off work late Sunday night and I go to work early Monday morning. So if I'm asleep when you knock on this door, the podcast ain't happening next week. It'll happen on Tuesday because I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So I'm just telling you ahead of time, Joey. I mean, and I'm prepping our audience as well.
You're playing with your audience's heartstrings by going back and forth Monday to Tuesday.
Hey, man, it's Monday. It's the Dot Comedy Podcast. Everywhere you find podcasts on the internet every week, Monday or Tuesday every week at between 9 and 9:15 every week. That's, you know what? That's what we should make. We should make a flyer that says podcast weekly, Monday or Tuesday between 9 and 9:15 start time. That way everyone can go, all right, when am I going to listen to this shit? Hey,
our whole audience is just going, quit playing games with my heart.
With my heart.
My heart.
I should have known from the start. My heart. My heart. With my what song? I heard a song earlier today that made me think about fucking. What's the name of that song? I gotta pull that song up.
Is that what that song makes you think?
Oh, that's not what that song's about? I thought that song's about fucking. I'm sorry.
If it was, it'd be called Quit Playing Games with My Dick, but it's not.
Oh, here's the song, Joey. I'm gonna play it for you, okay? I'm gonna play it real quick.
Say JT. I said I want my young nigga shit with this one, you feel me? Hey, and I got the streets.
Now this song, Joey,
you know,
is interesting to me because it don't make any sense.
I got your bitch in the headlock. Fucked on that bitch and I sped out. Hit the gal looking for red dot.
Headlock.
What the fuck, nigga?
It's like wrestling with Indian women. What is happening?
That song, that's gonna be my new theme song for 2021. That's my Ratchet theme song. I pick a gospel and a Ratchet theme song for each year in the calendar. That I listen to the hunt.
Was that a Klingon song? Because I hear that their sex is kind of rough.
It's a little bit rough. I've seen Klingons have sex.
I saw an episode of Deep Space Nine this week where the two different couples ended up in the infirmary from having Klingon sex.
Oh yeah, I saw that episode. That's what you said. That was your text. I remember that episode. I couldn't remember exactly which one it was, but I do remember that happening. Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
The doctor's like, never mind, I don't want to know. You broken ribs and a fractured orbital socket. What the fuck are you doing? Well, like, oh no, I don't need that mental image.
It got a little rough. Got a little rough in the boudoir. Dr. Bashir. It got a little rough in the boudoir, Dr. Bashir.
Then Worf and Dax come in. Stop.
Yeah, Worf and Dax are a weird couple on that show. Like I don't see what anyone would find attractive about a man with ridges on his forehead. And it's just it's like coming in and seeing a guy with a forehead that long. Now, would you go? Yeah, if you saw a chick where her eyebrows were here, but the top of her forehead was back here, like Rihanna, but not cute, would you go after that chick, Joey? Because she'd be brown skin. I know you like brown women.
Not off the top, but I'm not usually up for the 6 or 7 heads, but there could be compensating features.
Yeah, I watched Ocean's 8 today.
Okay,
and Rihanna could get it like every day and twice on Sunday. She could still get it. Like I looked at she put on a red dress at the end of Ocean's 8. Man, you should have seen her. I was like, God dang. Ugh.
I mean,
you think she's how do you feel about Rihanna, Joey? I've never asked you about the island women. I asked you about the sisters from the motherland, but I've never asked you about the island women. How do you think island women would stack up to the motherland sisters?
I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that.
It sounds like a trap, huh?
It sounds like a trap. I don't. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I got you, Joey. I'll leave it alone. But you know what?
Yes, please may I have some more. Is that?
You know what we're going to do, Joey?
Music hasn't been the same since...
Disturbia.
Or Disturbia came out.
Oh, goodness.
No one gets that reference.
No one gets that reference except us, and it's sad that he is dead to us, and he will never show his face on that comedy podcast again. Well, he may.
Who?
Yeah, there you go. That's how that ends. All right, man. We're gonna take a quick break, Joey. Then we're gonna get into some trending topics, man. We're gonna get into some crazy shit going on in the world. We got shit going on with Space Jam 2 coming out soon. We got shit going on with International Women's Day. And you know what, Joey? We might hit on a couple other topics, but I think those two are definite. That's how I set that shit up. But Joe, I'll be back in a minute. Joey, we'll be back in a sec. All right, we're back on the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta.
Hey, welcome back to the Dot Comedy Podcast. I am DJ Marcus. And if you're listening to the Dot Comedy Podcast, this means you like Dot Comedy. And if you like Dot Comedy, find us on the internet. You can find us at on Facebook at Dot Comedy DC, on Instagram at DC.comedy. You can find us on Twitter at Dot Comedy DC. You can find us anywhere in the world you're looking for us. And you can find me, DJ Marcus. You need an event DJ, you need something hosted for you. DJ Marcus is available. Just hit me up. I'm on the internet, baby. I'm here for you. And we're back, Joey, on the Dot Comedy Podcast. Were you getting into it? Get into it, man. You know why I played this song, Joey?
I felt like Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball.
Yeah, I can see that. Is it the end of Dodgeball or at the end of I don't know. That was Tom Cruise at the end of Tropic Thunder.
Yes. Entirely.
Oh my goodness. But Joey, you know why I played that song? Because there's a line in that song where a designer he tells everybody about what he has, and the one thing he says he has broads in Atlanta.
Does he?
Yes, he does. And on behalf of International Women's Day, we always want to salute the broads all over the place. It's International Women's Day, and I can't offend women because ain't no women on the podcast, Joey. You know that? Ain't no women here to be offended. I think was our former assistant intern the woman on the podcast last time. We got really offended by my statements on International Women's Day.
I can only assume that's the reason that we're alone today.
It is possible. She could be taking a day for herself. Because I think last international.
She said I'm going to take a self-care day on International Women's Day.
Mm-hmm. I think last time we were hosting on International Women's Day, it was I played What These Bitches Want. I mean, it's a legitimate question. I mean, everyone's asking it. It ain't like it's a new question for these women. It just what y'all want. What these bitches want from a nigga. I need to know. Y'all, what these bitches want from a nigga. You gotta let me know. Oh, and I think that got us Me Too'd for a little bit. But hey, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. All the time it's comedy because this is Dot Comedy. Goddamn it! But Joey, it's International Women's Day, 2021. What are you doing to celebrate women on International Women's Day? All right, I guess that goes to that answer.
I ain't got nothing. I didn't eat Burger King.
Okay. Well, why would that be a win for women?
Because the Burger King UK tweeted that women belong in the kitchen, which I took personally because I belong in the kitchen and I'm a man. I'm a he. I know that seems obvious. But
wait, hold on, wait a second, Joey. Hold on before you move on.
You need to identify myself.
Before you go on, what are your pronouns?
Heterogenetically.
What are your pronouns, Joey? You can't say I'm a male he without telling me all your pronouns. Tell me.
Those are my pronouns.
He him. All of them. Are you a he him male?
I'm a he him he man.
He man. You're a he man woman hater. Oh my goodness!
I forgot about that was a thing.
Oh my god! But Joey, yeah, it is International Women's Day. You know what I did for International Women's Day, Joey?
What'd you do?
I decided to not make sexually harassing comments to anyone that works for me. That's right. That's the reaction I deserve too, because I shouldn't be doing that anyway. I've been trying my best. I'm learning.
I know. I was actually impressed. I know it took a lot of effort.
It does. It takes a lot of effort from me. I'm a horrible person. DJ Marcus is not the best coworker to work with or under. He's not. He tries his best. He tries his best. He's not overt with it. That's why he's never had any sexual harassment complaints. So he's not an overt like sexist or racist or anything of that sort. He's not. He doesn't hate people. He loves everyone. He loves the female form more than anything else. So when he sees it, he chooses.
You don't do that thing where you get angry when you say no.
No.
You're beautiful. You know that? You're really beautiful. Hey, bitch, you're beautiful. Like
No, that is not me. I am not that. I'm not that guy. That's not how DJ Marcus does things. If I see you at a bus stop and I'm driving past and I go, "Hey, Ma, you looking good over there." If you don't say anything to me, guess what? I keep driving. Because you know what? You still waiting for the bus. I just keep moving on with my life.
Good.
I'm not gonna stop and harass you because you didn't say hi to me. No. If you wave though, after I said, "Hey, Ma, you look good," if you say, "Oh, thank you very much," and you make a gesture like you want me to come talk to you, you know what you might get, Joey? You know what that young lady might get?
I'm afraid to ask.
Go ahead, ask Joey.
What might you get?
She might get a ride home.
Oh.
You know what else she might get, Joey?
What's that, Marcus?
This dick.
I was like walking into it.
That was the worst. That was the worst setup ever for that show.
It was like when there's like a surprise party and like you walk up and you hear the voices and then you see someone's head peek around the corner, but you can't really make out who, but they go, "Shh, he's coming." Like that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst setup for that joke ever, man. I think that made me cry a little bit because it was fucking funny. Still, it was still funny as shit to me. I don't care. I love my comedy.
Oh, it was funny because the joke was on me. It was.
Oh my goodness. But Joey, International Women's Day has come upon us. I am celebrating as I do every other major international blank day or blank month. I celebrate it by going on with my day the way it started and ended. I don't really do anything extra. Are you getting a feedback?
Isn't this supposed to be Women's History Month or something?
It's Melanin March in Women's History Month.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we took it back, Joe. We're gonna take the year. We're gonna take the calendar from you. Y'all Caucasoids have gotten too much of the year for the last 300 years. We taking it back.
I'm just trying to figure out what Hallmark cards I have to buy. Like, there's just too many days. Like I didn't know about this one. I didn't wish anybody International Women's Day. And then by the time I found out about it, I was like, it's too late. Like it was already like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Very true.
At this point, it's just rude. Like I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I care. I'm doing it because for the wrong reasons. So I didn't do it at all. I'm gonna own being a dick who didn't know.
Well, I'm not going to own that because I knew it was International Women's Day, Joey. And I celebrate women. You know how I celebrate them, Joey?
How?
With this dick.
I was like hoping it wasn't. It was. It was everything I didn't want it to be.
Yes, it was. Oh man, but yeah, Joey. You know what else is going on in the world, man?
What's that?
Space Jam Número 2 is coming out.
It is.
Starring LeBron James. LeBron James.
And apparently they recast Lola Bunny, I heard.
You know what? Okay. All right. So I got okay. Tell what you saw, Joey, and I'll tell you what I saw. Okay. Go ahead. Tell.
And what's being referred to as the unthickening, Lola Bunny is, I guess, more bunny and less Lola than she was last time around.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or she had breast cancer, which is terrible, and I hope that's not part of the storyline, but
I hope so too.
I not really understand why she's shaped different.
I figured out why, Joey. Okay, have you ever seen a WNBA player on the court?
Oh.
It don't look like they got titties. Now, when they get off the court, they look like every other full-figured woman should look. Now they look.
Well, that depends on the individual.
It does.
But the strength of that sport bra.
I'm going by pure averages here, Joey. Pure averages. Like when I look at them on the court, I'm going, okay, yeah. Me and her shop at the same stores. She wears baggy clothes on Tuesdays for no reason. She's not practicing; she's just wearing baggy clothes. She likes the same meals that I like at the same local fish market. She likes to eat fish too. She loves. That's how I feel about that. When I see it up at first. Now that is not to say that those are not beautiful. Did something happen, Joey?
No.
Okay. That is not to say that those aren't still extremely beautiful women on and off the court. Even the lesbian ones, like those are like some of the prettier ones. I found a couple of them. And I went, Jesus Christ. I wish I had a shot. Like I never do that thing that guys do where they go, yeah, if I had one night with her, she wouldn't like women no more. No, bitch. I wish I could do whatever the hell you're doing to get you. So that I was better at this shit because you look bad as shit. I ain't gonna lie. You look bad. I wish I had the game that would go, you know what? I could get her. I ain't got that. I look at that woman and go, yeah, she's all for her girlfriend. That's all her girlfriend over there. It ain't mine. But I think that's what they went with Lola Bunny. I think that's where they were going with Lola Bunny, to make her look more athletic than.
Well, I found an article where it's supposedly explained, but I'm trying to get some answers here.
Okay.
I think here's a quote. This is 2021. It's important to reflect the authenticity of strong, capable female characters. So we reworked a lot of things, not only her look, like making sure she had an appropriate length on her shorts and was feminine without being objectified, but gave her.
They took her camel toe out too. She had a camel toe too. They took her camel toe out.
I would assume so. For us, it was.
This is what she used to look like. For everybody at home.
Her leadership skills and make her as full a character as the others. I mean, I kind of get that because, you know, in the original Space Jam, like Lola Bunny didn't exist outside of Space Jam in any meaningful way.
No. They did. They kept the camel toe in there though, Joey. She still got a camel toe. I'm looking at the before and after picture.
Okay.
I mean, I got a thing for cartoon women. You know my thing for Jessica Rabbit. It's just that red dress.
They just didn't want to create any more markets. They were afraid of showing another sexualized Lola Bunny to kids.
That's a good idea. Keep that away from the kids.
Although they're acting like this movie's not for like the 90s kids. Like this is totally for the 90s kids.
Oh yeah, this is for us. This isn't a. You think Haley really wants to see Space Jam? She's like, LeBron who?
This is every kid going into this movie. Do we have to, Dad? And the dad's like, this ain't about you. This is like, listen, 2010's children, this movie's not about you.
Mm-hmm. This isn't a kid's movie. This ain't for y'all. This is for me to live back through and see what happened after the fucking Monstars left.
This is a sequel we never got, and LeBron got older and finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna make it.
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna go play baseball next? You think he's gonna take the whole Jordan approach to life and just go, I'm gonna make Space Jam and play baseball?
Gonna go play for the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my goodness.
Because there was a commercial where he did that.
He gonna be a tight end for the Cleveland Browns.
I guess he's gonna walk down the field and they're gonna throw him the ball high.
Wait till he gets hit.
What is he, like 6'8"?
Yeah, he's 6'8".
Like 6'8", 6'9"?
That's why I said tight
Who's
end.
gonna cover him? He doesn't even need to jump. They can just like throw it to him, and no one's gonna be like, all the defensive backs are like under 6 foot.
Yeah, most D-backs are. I mean,
the tallest defensive back on record was like Brandon Browner at 6'4".
Yeah, I mean, he's a giant amongst men. LeBron James, he's a good guy.
And with them big hands.
He got some big ass hands too. I mean, I got big hands, but these motherfuckers make my hands look small.
He gonna catch the football like this.
Pull it out there on him. Just go up. Got it.
With chopsticks. Like
oh man. But yeah, Space Jam 2, man. When's it supposed to be coming out?
It's a good question.
All this promo we're doing for it, we don't even know when the fucking movie coming out.
Soonish.
Space Jam 2 will be out. Space Jam 2 release date is July 16th of 2021.
Here we go.
Here we go with what? Oh, with the date?
Look up the day you beat me to it. So
okay, yeah.
So much for that.
Like I heard a bong, and then I was like, "Oh, did the Candace decide to join?" And then
that was an unrelated ding.
Oh, okay. Oh man. But Joey, how much time we got left?
I don't know.
We got about 15 minutes left. All right, so we got like 30 minutes left, but I got like 15 minutes left of material. I think it's like 15 minutes left of material. I don't think you and I interjecting.
What the shit happened?
You and I interjecting with each other doesn't go well very often. Like we need a third person. Keep telling people we need a third goddamn person.
We've done this before.
We have. I mean, we had way more stuff to talk about.
Marcus, I know you feel alone in the studio right now, and I feel like you're panicking a little bit because you're sitting alone on the podcast. But I'm here. I'm just in the box.
That is part of it. Like, truthfully, that is part of it. Like usually, like we'll be in this point in the show, and I'll let us riff, and we'd have done all this other shit, and then I would look over the time and like, oh shit, we got like 5-6 minutes left. All right, cool. Let's get into some rapid comedy shit, and then we'd wrap it up, and we'd be good. And we'd do another like 20 minutes on that. But I look at the clock now, and I'm like, this bitch is ticking slow as fuck, and I'm just sitting here alone. I'm just sitting here alone with this ticking ass clock.
I'm right here.
All right. You know what we're gonna do, Joey?
Relax.
We're gonna get into
do it when you want to go to it.
We're gonna get into some more shit, Joey. Guess who came home? Guess who came home, bro?
Who came home?
I got to get it ready. I got it ready for you. Hold on one second. Let me get it for you.
Was it with the King of the Princess Zamunda?
It was not the Princess Zamunda. It was my boy. It was my boy. Bobby motherfucking Shmurda came home, Joey.
Who that?
Oh, you ain't never heard this song before? I'm gonna let this play out for you, okay? Let
it drop in. It from your phone? You all this elaborate equipment behind you for playing audio.
Joey, shut up. Because if I turn away, it feels like I'm not part of the show anymore because nothing's going to happen while I'm getting all this shit together. So I have to do it right here, and I'm doing it in small spaces. Just trying to get the shit together, Joe. I'm trying to do this shit alone in the studio.
This is really weird how unsettled you're getting by this whole situation.
It throws me the fuck off. It's not normal shit. Like it's not bad. It's not a bad thing.
I'm right here.
I know you're right.
Fucking if I'm sitting in the studio.
It's not that you're not. It's not that you're right there. It's not. You're not here, man. This is throwing me off, man. I need a person here to bounce shit off. I can go, hey man, pad real quick, and I can turn it over.
I mean, you could do that anyway, and I still could do it because I'm sitting right here and I'm still on the feed. So that's the thing I'm not getting is like, would you not survive in a virtual environment? Like,
no, I would have lost my fucking mind. Like if I was a kid right now, I'd would have lost my shit. Like me and mom would have been in fist fights every day when I woke up because that would have been me. I can't do this. I thought it was just going to be like a simple, hey, let's click this, let's get this thing started. I feel alone in the Dak Comedy Studio. You're not
alone.
I'm not alone.
We're here.
Okay, all right.
You're safe. Shh.
It feels like I'm okay. All right. Here's the thing, Joey. The thing about the quarantine that I've never gotten was the actual quarantine part. I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so fucking much. You're gonna rub me. All right, I'm gonna speak on this real quick, and I'm gonna move on from it. The thing I never got about the quarantine was the actual quarantining. I never really had to because I kept my circle small. So it was always I could go to work and I'd have that outlet at work where I would be at work all day. And then I come home and I would I stopped doing Zoom calls with our friends because that started taking a toll on my mental where I'm like, I can't see people. That's not how this is supposed to be. So I would spend more time at work. Like truthfully, I would spend more time at work. So
why can't you see people on a Zoom call?
No, I can't. I don't have the touch factor of seeing people. Like I'm used to seeing people in person. I'm not a virtual person. I can't. I don't like that shit. Like that does like you're not really existing if you're virtual with me. Okay, so I don't really like it that much. Now I do do it because I do a lot of virtual calls, like church meetings and things like that. But I'm not like a friend basis because all my friends for the most part are in my bubble. So if I want to hang out with my friends, I say, hey, come over, we'll watch TV, and then you come over and watch TV. It's that simple. It's pretty standard shit for me. This is weird, man, because this actually makes this quarantine, this fucking virus thing seem real. Like you being over there and me being here, it seems weird. It doesn't fit. We've done how many episodes have we done? Have you been across from me during the quarantine, Joey?
I mean, we've done a lot.
All of them, goddammit. Every one of them.
Since we've come back, this is the first time we've had to do it this way. And it's precaution. It's a safe precaution to do. But here's the thing. It's not like, even if I do have Rona, I'm invincible. Like, I actually am rooting for the fact that I do have it because I've had so few symptoms that, like, I can take solace in that my immune system whooped its fucking ass. However, I am knocking on wood right now just to ensure
better fucking be.
I'm not jinxing the fuck out of myself.
Better stop playing that game with the gods. Joey out here telling people I'm invincible. Rona ain't got me. Next thing you know, Joey gonna be coughing up all types of purple shit.
That's only if I get impregnated by an alien.
Well, that's true. You kind of would have to get impregnated by an alien.
So, what was Bobby Shmurda locked up for? Did he shmurda somebody?
He never shmurdered anyone, which is good.
Okay.
He was locked up for conspiracy. So
what kind of conspiracy?
What they got him for was they got him on one of them RICO statutes. So like some friends of his committed a crime.
Okay.
So since he was considered the face of a gang, he was tied into the crimes of everybody who else was in the gang. But he also committed crimes too. It was weapons charges. He had illegal weapons in New York, which carries heavier sentencing than normal like states.
Which is basically you just have weapons in New York.
Yes, any kind of freaking weapon in New York.
It's not like the weapons are all the weapons are illegal in New York.
Yeah, New York don't play games when it comes to weapons. So he did 6 years.
I mean, that's why Plaxico Burress did 3 years for shooting himself.
Yeah, That was the most himself.
It's not bad enough that he shot himself. He has to go to prison for it.
Why I gotta go to jail? Because you shot yourself. I shot me. I mean, well, sir, that's attempted murder. On who? Me? What the fuck? Who did I attempt to murder? Me? No, you had a gun in New York. That's 99% of the freaking problem with all of that. But oh, that was loud. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud.
I heard it all the way through the internet.
Oh my goodness! So I'll play it low, so it can play in the background. You know what? You know what this song is called, Joey?
What's that called?
It's called "Hot Nigga." Say it, Joey. Say it, Joey.
No. Why?
Hey, but yeah. So the thing about Bobby, the reason he is a hood.
How am I supposed to ask you to play that song? What's the official?
That's the official name of the song. It's
Hot. You play the Hot N-Word by Bobby Shmurda?
Yes. Did I ever see you that video of the guy trying to say niggas in Paris without saying niggas? Oh, I'll send it to you later. It's fucking hilarious. Because he's like, hey Siri, can you play the Black Guys in Paris song by Kanye West? Kanye West and Jay-Z in Paris. Can you play the song? And he just keeps going down the list, and Siri's like, I don't know that song. It's funny.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of racism, when I went to do my COVID test, there was a weird box for nationality. Tell me why American and African American were two separate things.
Because you could be Native American.
No, those were. That wasn't in there.
Was white an option?
Why are we secretly out? I put decline to answer.
I did too.
Protest. I was like, why are these options like that? Why are we separating that?
I put decline. I put a decline to answer so that they would give me the proper results back. He says because I know they're trying to up those African American numbers so that we go get these damn COVID tests, these COVID vaccines.
I have to decide when I want to use my white privilege, and on a COVID test, I didn't feel like it was appropriate. Mm-hmm. But at work, I like to use it to say things to my supervisor that I wouldn't otherwise be able to.
Okay, so that was a post you made earlier today, and I felt triggered. I seriously felt triggered behind that. Because
why?
Let one of my minions say some shit to me sideways. Everybody get fired. I was like,
wait. I just speak truth to power. I am Native. This is what I am, and what I am is a meme of Achilles saying. Never mind.
That's why no one will know your name. I agree with that to a degree. The fact that, again, if you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for anything. But don't stand up to your bosses. I'm telling all you subordinate staffers out there, don't come.
I'm sitting there on a call today where they're explaining why they're, how we're reorganizing the company again. And I was like, we've reorganized every other year since I've been here. I've been here since 2012. We've done this shit 6 times. Because we keep not implementing it correctly, and we go, guess we need to reshuffle the deck and stop moving the same chairs around and let people sit down. What are you doing? And I didn't technically phrase it that way, but I had kind of that tone. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Now, did you talk to the bosses or your supervisor?
I talked to my boss's boss's boss, who was having this thing. Oh, we're gonna do this. They're all optimistic about the reorg, trying to sell it to us. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I need a plan before I can buy in to this one, coach. We've become the Washington football team. We fire our coaches and draft new quarterbacks every other year.
Yes, they have.
Washington finally stopped doing that shit, and we started doing it.
So they went,
We
hey,
picked up that disease. They went to the school, the International Business School of Dan Snyder Football Management.
that is feasible because that is a horrible way to do business. I've never been through a restructuring. Do they fire a bunch of people when they restructure at your company?
Sometimes not. They usually just like go, oh, we're going to move you over here, you over here, and it's going to be better. Like, how? Why is it going to be better? It just is. Trust us. And then they go, oh, no, that didn't work. We need to pivot. Everything's kind of bad. So we're going to reorder. You go over here, you go stand over here, and you go over here. But like, so how do we work together? Don't worry about that. We'll figure that out later. And then about a year later, no one knows what the fuck they're doing, and we repeat, rinse and repeat.
So I used to work for a company, a grocery company, right? And they restructured the company after they went private. And they took, instead of having district managers, now you had regional managers. So the districts went from, I think, 7 stores to 12 stores. So that became a region. Now the district manager who used to run those 7 stores became a regional manager. And he went from regional manager of a half-ass grocery company to VP of an entire category for one of the biggest retail chains in the country in 2 years. All because his title changed at one company. If they didn't change his title to regional, he wouldn't have got the other job. That's why I was like, that's the only reason I want to become a district manager, so that I could go, all right, and I'll step away from here and I'll become regional manager somewhere, and then I'll go from regional manager to VP. That's the easiest damn steps I've ever seen in my damn life. Because he went from
I don't know if he has the skills, but it sounds good.
It does. Hey, he's a regional manager at his company. He could run some multi-level industries. No, bitch, that's not how this works. He's still a store manager, damn near. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I don't know why. Like, this is the weird thing with like the stock market and the shareholder shit. Like, they're always like nutting their pants over a freaking reorg, like a restructure. Like, oh, this is gonna be great. We're gonna reorganize. Like, everyone should be more suspicious and more afraid of restructuring. Yes. Like, the original restructuring was like redlining and gerrymandering. Nice. And so, like, we've been doing, like, and this never is good. Like, it never ends up good. Someone always, it's how can we compartmentalize all the things we want to blame shit on? It's not even actually people's fault. It's just, but okay, we want to make scapegoats. That's what restructuring is.
Yes.
And we put all the people want to blame for what's going wrong in a bucket, and then we fire them. And then and then like they do it again in a couple of years, they fail again, so they have to restructure and make a new bucket of failure, then launch it into the sun.
Okay, that eventuality we talked about happened.
Which one was that?
The feed gone.
Is it?
Yeah, it's over. It stopped.
I watch it on my phone.
You watch it?
Like it's there.
You watching?
Yes, I was.
It used to be.
I was very animated a minute ago. Let me see. I'm holding my phone in front of me so I can watch and see if I hold my phone in front of me. Because it's on delay on Facebook.
Okay, Facebook's still up, but the other ones aren't.
How can Facebook be up and the other ones not be?
That's the crazy part, because I went to Twitter to see if it's still on Twitter, and it's not there.
Oh, let me check. How could that be?
I don't know, Joey. Yep, the only one showing up is WWE. But
WWE.
As far as lives on Facebook. And are we still on Instagram?
It's still live. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's still on Instagram. Uncle BJ was following us on Instagram. Hey, Uncle BJ, good to see you, brother.
I responded to him for a little bit while I still had control of the computer. It all went to shit.
Man, but Joey, we're coming to the end of the episode, dude. We got through a lot of stuff, man.
I feel like there was one more thing we were going to talk about.
Was there
one more
thing?
That thing was hotels in space.
Hotels in space. We talking about Hotel Rwanda.
Whoa, that's not the hotel. What?
That's not the hotel? I'm sorry. Is that not a good hotel name?
You want to go to a space hotel? That sounds like a genocide plant.
But what about these hotels in space, Joey?
Give me a second. And
so last week's episode and this week's episode have a lot of edits in them. I think that's the other thing that took me out of doing them this week.
Some technical issues. Mm-hmm. So back in 2019, a California company called the Gateway Foundation released plans for a cruise ship style hotel that will one day float above Earth's atmosphere. If you're wondering what that will look like, go watch Avenue 5 on HBO, and that's basically the plot. Like it's a space cruise.
Okay.
Except they go out into the solar system and get lost for like 3 years. So
if you do a space cruise, okay,
mm-hmm.
What are the guarantees you're going to come back? Are there any?
It depends on if it's a cruise or if you're going okay. So what they're trying to build is a space hotel that will just kind of orbit the planet. So it's not going out into space.
Okay.
So if we're able to do that, then I think that's something you could feel relatively safe, assuming that we figure out how to land a rocket without it exploding. But Elon Musk, get shit together. But so far, I mean, we've had pretty good luck with our last. We haven't had any issues with our NASA missions in a while, so I think there's relative safety in that. Now, sending a cruise out throughout the solar system is a whole other animal that would be like a whole different ball of wax, because the thing is, when you start with the technology we have right now, you have to rely on gravitational slingshot techniques to go around planets or moons to speed up and make your course, maintain your course. So if you miss one of those, your trip could go from 6 months to 3 years. And if you if you leave of course, it could be bad. It could be really bad, especially if you get too close to the sun or too far away from it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what this space hotel. They want to bring a slice of Earth to the space station, so they're going to actually have restaurants and bars on it. They'll be regular beds and showers, and they're gonna. I believe that the whole plan for this space hotel thing is it's going to spin, so it'll be simulated gravity. It'll probably be much lighter than it is on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
There's still going to be significant parts of the station that are completely weightless, but they'll have some actual there'll be some actual bars and shit. You'll be able to pour drinks because there'll be gravity.
Would there be would you think they put a pool on the space station in space? On the hotel in space?
Good question. I don't know. I mean, it'd have to be enough gravity, right?
Mm-hmm. They'd have to spin really fast to keep the pool together.
Well, here's the problem. You put a pool in a weightless environment, right? You basically have a pond that has the water in it, and you have to fill it not so much, right? You have to leave some air in there. The problem, because you don't have gravity, the air can just move around and be wherever. So you can kind of look in the pod to find where up. If you're in a normal pool, you just swim up and you get out and you can breathe.
Yeah.
But in space, you just gotta go find a bubble of air and swim to it so you can get air. I don't know how realistic that is on a regular basis. It's probably trickier to get enough oxygen in that environment.
Yeah.
So I think it have to be in one of the pods that has gravity. But yeah, if you're on vacation, you're going to want to go into a pool. So I would imagine, because all our vacations are the same. We all want to get wet, right?
Yeah. Get wet. Some get wet.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, I think that's universally true. Right? What are the two biggest vacations? You're going to a beach, or your hotel has a pool, or you're in the mountains and there's a hot tub.
Very true. Humans go away to get to jump in water. That's what we leave our homes. We leave our home to take baths and showers. That's what we do.
We want to share a body of water with strangers. Is our entire. For some reason, we don't find that very relaxing.
That's our natural inclination, is to share a large body of water with a bunch of strangers.
Yes.
That reevaluates my thinking of this summer when it was going to be DJ Marks' Summer Spectacular.
Less clothing or none.
Yeah, or none. Oh man, but Joey, you know what? I made it. I made it to another exciting end of the Dot Comedy Podcast. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, Joey. Did I? I had a nervous breakdown somewhere in the middle of it. I know I did. But I think I'm
looking in my eyes, Marcus.
I'm not looking at you. See, I turned away. You see, I've turned the hell away.
Tell me that you made it.
No,
that you feel safe.
I'm not telling you I feel safe. Not in your arms. I don't feel safe in your arms, Joey. That sounds like the beginning of Taking This Dick. That's the song you're gonna make up. It's called Take This Dick, and he's like, look at my blue eyes, take this dick. Look at my blue eyes, take this dick. I gotta make that beat so you can make that song. But it's gonna be interesting. Oh man. But I've been DJ Marcus. This has been Joey LaFaro. We are Dot Comedy. And Joey, did you have fun this week, man?
I did.
All right, then guess what, man? We could do it again together. Hopefully your test comes back negative, and you can enter into the Dot Comedy Studios once again.
Hopefully Candace turns up. I don't know what happened to her.
I don't know either, man. Hopefully she's doing okay. We will check on her post haste and immediately after following the Dot Comedy Podcast. But if you want to reach Dot Comedy, visit us on the internet at on Facebook at, what is it on Facebook, Joey? Dot Comedy.
The Dot Comedy Podcast. You can email us at the.comedypodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at .comedydc and on Instagram at .comedy.
All right, that's at .comedy on Instagram, at .comedydc on Twitter, as well as the .comedy Podcast on Facebook. And make sure, hey guys, if you're listening to us any of those podcasting formats, that you like us, leave star reviews.
Twitch too, but no one really gives a shit about that.
Yeah, no one uses Twitch for this. Make sure you like us, leave comments, leave reviews. Hey man, give us 5 stars if you can, man. I'm trying to get this thing going, man. I don't want to be alone forever. I got to get this podcast moving to where I have ladies dancing in the background of the Dot Comedy Podcast. So we need revenue to make that happen. So just hit us up if you know anybody that wants to be on the Dot Comedy Podcast. If you are a local comic or a local celebrity and you want to be on the Dot Comedy Podcast, by all means, hit us up.
We have to send you a Dot Comedy t-shirt. Unfortunately, we're slim on those right now. So I'll send you a game-worn t-shirt if you give us a 5-star review on...
From the insertion t-shirt?
No, it will not be insertion t-shirt. Fine. Key.
Okay, all right.
But they can have an unbranded, random, pre-game worn. And I say game worn, I mean podcast worn t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, man, we're gonna get some more swag this year. I think we get
if you get like really into the Dot Comedy brand, the Dot Comedy Podcast, don't worry about our Dot Comedy logo. What you need is a t-shirt that smells like Dot Comedy.
Well, on that note, we're going to get out of here, folks, but we'll see you next time with more on the Dot Comedy Podcast. Bye, folks.
You know, I can't actually end the live feed from here, right?
Huh?
I can't actually end the live feed from here.
Oh, well, let me stop this and then go over and end the live feed. This is ridiculous shit that I have to do for the documentary.
I'm sorry for the awkward outro, folks. We'll do better. We'll do better. Just go to lula.tv and
What was that?
just go to lula.tv and click end.